Hey everyone, Death Metal Antichrist here, back with a brand new video. Now, for today's video, the topic of this video is going to be, is it a good idea for heavy metal bands to just experiment with other genres, basically? Now, I don't necessarily have a problem with when they do this. Like, I don't really, but, because when you're an artist, like, I would know, because I'm in, like, a death metal band, and we're still finding our sound, even though we're qualified of death metal. We don't even know what a sound is in terms of death metal. Are we brutal death metal? Are we old school death metal? Are we just regular modern death metal? Are we mellow death? Are we tech death? Are we and once artists, any musicians, any sort of this start like doing the same thing over and over and over and over and over again, they're gonna get sick of it, right? So essentially, they just want to like spread their wings and learn to like do other shit, like, because doing the same shit over and over again is just, it gets like, oh yeah, and the people who say that the artist has betrayed you, an unpopular opinion of mine is that no one's betrayed you. They don't really owe you anything. So it's kind of like, yeah, I disagree with that 100%. Like, obviously, like, when some of my favorite bands have came out with albums that is not what I expected, and it was kind of disappointing, it's kind of a shame, because, like, when Lost Society came out with a new album, I was fucking gutted, I was like, what the hell is this? But I'm not going to go and say they betrayed me, just because I was there since the fucking Brain Dead album. It doesn't mean they fucking betrayed me. Like, no, they haven't. It's fucking stupid to say shit like that. Like, honestly. Saying they betrayed you is one of the most ridiculous statements I think I've ever seen. And they're not necessarily a sellout, because, I mean, I can see if they maybe, like, in terms of, fuck, let me look at my posters. Metallica, when they sold out, it did make them more money, but a lot of metal bands that do experiment, some of the time, they might actually be making less money because a lot of their fans, while some of them probably will buy it, a lot of them won't buy it. They won't like it because they know that they won't like it. Like when Ozzy Osbourne, he wanted to do a blues album, and the album wasn't blues, and when he actually did make the album, he wanted to call it Soul Sucker, like SACKR, A, like, but that's considered a hip-hop or urban term. And Ozzy Osbourne fans were fucking pissed. I mean, I don't think it's bad because, like, I didn't even really notice it's a hip-hop term. Like, I guess I can see when someone points it out, but it's like, I mean, I just think the name Soul Sucker is just kind of fucking boring, realistically. And it's fucking, yeah. I mean, he ended up doing a song called Soul Sucker, but it was SUCKER. And, like, I mean, I guess if, like, fucking, I don't know, fucking Slayer. I know Slayer's broken up, but, like, say if they were still together. They went and said, alright, we're gonna make a fucking jazz album or blues album, and said, like, yeah, they'd be fine with it. Maybe some blues fans would even buy it. Say, oh, well, I like blues. Maybe I should give this a shot. And I'm someone who actually likes blues as well, even though I'm a big fucking metal dude. But yeah, I still like blues and shit. I mean, like, it's my last video I did, Are Metalheads Closed-Minded? There's a specific type of metalheads that are closed-minded. I don't think all metalheads full stop are closed-minded, but, like, there's a lot of them that are. So that's just a shame that it's very prevalent within the metal community. But it's like, if they did that, it'd be fine. But if they said, fuck our old fans, we're fucking embarrassed of them, we don't want to be associated with them, they're fucking useless. They got you where you are. So don't try shit on them. Because without them, you'd be nothing. You'd be fucking, you wouldn't exist. Like, it's even when Slayer did a new metal kind of album, like, I'm fucking trying to think, what places do I have? There's bands that never change, like Dying Fetus, and like, and that's perfectly fine. I love Dying Fetus. Dying Fetus are one of my favorite fucking bands. And, like, Obituary. When they did an industrial death metal kind of album, can't remember what the fuck it was called, had some industrial elements to it. I like some industrial, so I can't really complain, but, like, I mean, some of these releases from bands I might not like, but I'm not going to shit on those bands for doing something, but it's their artistic vision. They wanted to do this. I'm not going to fucking just, like, I'm not going to, call them, like, say they betrayed me. It's like, if anything, I owe them for, like, fucking contributing so much to my life. They don't owe me jack shit. Like, seriously. Like, they don't owe me anything. I mean, I don't owe them, fuck. They don't owe me anything. Like, no, they don't owe me anything. The whole topic of them betraying you. They don't even know who you are. They have a million of you that say, oh, I fucking love your music, but I hate this new album. They have a million of you. It's ridiculous. They have so much of you. So it's honestly just the stupidest thing ever. And unfortunately, it's something in the metal community that's probably not going to go away. Like, fucking death. Most people like all death albums and can agree that they're all good. They changed. They went from, like, just basic old school death metal to kind of progressive death metal. And their progressive death metal is also fucking amazing. Like, I have every death album on CD. Like, hell, I even have fucking, if I can find it, it's in here somewhere. Hold up. I even have fucking The Sound of Perseverance. Even though people shit on this album, I have it. Because I think it's a good album. Like, all songs in here are great. Like, the Painkiller cover could be better, but still, it's not, like, necessarily bad. It's just a kind of weak song, mediocre song. But nevertheless, a lot of times bands changing. Some bands get heavier. Like, I'm not a fan of this band, but Ice Nine Kills started out as, like, a ska punk band, and then they went metalcore. So, and I'm not even a metalcore fan. When it comes to core, I only really like fucking, like, deathcore and grindcore. And even some deathcore I don't like. So, yeah. It's like, some change can be good. Like, look at Picasso, like, artists like him. You look at his early paintings, and you look at his later paintings, they're two very different things, because he got sick and tired of doing the same thing. So he naturally wanted to experiment. And that's what he did. And it obviously made him feel a lot freer, because it would make anyone feel a lot freer. Fucking Exodus did that album, Force of Habit. That was essentially just a groove metal album. And I think that's a good album, because in my opinion, Exodus can do no wrong. I have a fucking Exodus back patch on this jacket. Deicide can do no wrong. I'm making another battle jacket. If you guys want me to do a tour of my battle jacket, this one or my new one, comment below. But yeah, I shouldn't be talking about that. That's not fucking related to the topic. But yeah, like Celtic Frost. They did fucking Cold Lake. It was a glam metal album. They were a first wave black metal album with, like, a first wave black metal band with, like, sort of hints of thrash metal. So I don't really like that album, but I commend them for doing something so brave, because a lot of their fans will hate it, and they did hate it. And Slipknot, I fucking hated the new Slipknot album. I thought it was shit, I thought it was trash, I thought it was garbage, I thought it was just fucking horrible. I think every Slipknot album after fucking All Hope Is Gone sucks. But I don't really like shitting on them, even though I fucking do it a lot. Like, I don't want people to take it seriously, like I have some sort of vendetta against Slipknot, or people who listen to Slipknot. My drummer is the drummer from my death metal band, Bloodhunt, is the biggest Slipknot fan I know. And he doesn't just listen to Slipknot. People act like, it's like how I made a video about elitism in metal, and again, that video I made, are metalheads closed-minded? They're proving to people that they are, even though I don't think all of them are. Like, we need to welcome more people in. Like, sure, gatekeeping might keep soy boys and fuck boys out, but we gotta keep a limit to, like, we gotta let people in. The community's not gonna grow if we don't let people in. I thought that would be common knowledge, but apparently it isn't. But anyways, I'd like to get your thoughts about this in the comment, and if you want me to do a battle jacket tour, I can definitely do that for you. I don't know why you'd want to see that, but if you do, Just comment below. Anyways, I've been Death Metal Antichrist. You've been fucking awesome. And as always, stay brutal. Squeak!